Hi, it's Carissa, and today I'm making these little fancy favor bags, and I think I'm gonna have to split this video into two, so I'll do the assembly of the bag on one, but I'm gonna do the project itself. So if you already know how to put it together too, you won't have to watch it. But I'll show you that I'm starting out with this bag of Ghirardelli chocolate squares that I bought at Costco. There's 55 in there, and what I've done is I've split them. There's 4 different flavors, and so I've split them into these cellophane bags of one of each flavor. And I bought the squares because they were cute, but also because I can keep chocolate in my house and it doesn't bother me. I don't like chocolate. And I know I should get like 1 million comments on that on YouTube and my blog. Yes, I do not like chocolate. It's true, I am a real woman, but I don't like chocolate. So I'm starting out, and I will apologize for this because I am using a retired stamp set. This is called Shapes and Shadows. It's like old, a few years old anyway. And I have this Fancy Favor cut out. This is the Fancy Favor box, I think they call it, cut out using the die that's available through Stampin' Up. So I'm taking the Christmas tree stamp from the Shapes and Shadows, and I'm inking it up with chocolate chip ink, and I am going to stamp a line of these on the base of this box. So I'm gonna go, you know, and just kind of space them out. The reason I chose this stamp set is because I wanted kind of a big bold tree image, and I also kind of wanted it to be kind of elementary looking. So, because a lot of these little bags that I'm making are going to be for like school teacher gifts and stuff. So I kind of wanted just something kind of, like I said, elementary looking. So I'm just stamping these across the bottom. Okay, so I'm done stamping my trees, and my next step is I'm going to take this snowflake that I'm going to stamp in Whisper White ink. You can see it had the ink on it already. I kind of tested it to make sure that it was the stamp I wanted to use. So I'm just going to kind of stamp these kind of randomly on the bag as well. Alright, so I assembled my bag, and you will see that in another video. And I have these pieces that I've cut out using my Cricut machine, and I'm just going to stamp my sentiment. These are going to go on the front of the bag. So I'm just going to stamp my sentiment at the bottom of this right here. And, sorry, I'm thinking. That's a good thing, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this tree in Versamark ink on the craft piece, because I'm going to use heat and stick powder and some glitter for this. So I'll just stamp it there. Now I stamped my sentiment first so that I was sure that there would be room for it, but you could do it in either order, I'm sure. And then I'll get my heat and stick powder. It works a lot like embossing powder, and you'll see me do this. And I'm just going to cover the image. Mine's chunky. I don't know what I did to mine, but it still works. So. Okay, so now that I've got that covered, I'm going to heat it up just till it melts. And then I'm going to take this green glitter from the Cosmo Fine Glitter set, or whatever, something like that, Cosmo Glitter. It's got a bunch of different colors, but this is the green one, and I'm going to sprinkle it on top of that stamped image. And I've just stuck a piece of scratch paper underneath it so that it can catch my extra glitter. And I'm going to leave this right now because I'll just blow it off afterwards. And then I'll just stick my glitter back. This has been pre-folded, by the way. Back in my jar. Okay. So once you've got that covered in the glitter, you'll just reheat the heat and stick powder. I've got my tree all stamped and it dusted off, and you can see it stays on there pretty well with the heat and stick. And then I'm just gonna sponge these pieces with the Close to Cocoa again. Both pieces. Okay, so both of those were sponged with the Close to Cocoa ink. And then they're going to mount right on top of each other with dimensionals. Okay, so there's my little piece for the front of my bag. And here is my bag. And so this is just going to go right there on the front. And that way, I'm going to kind of line this kind of up with this point, and then that way the bag is decorated all around. Okay, I can't get this one off. Okay, so that's on there with dimensionals once again. You can see that's kind of popped up there. And then I'm going to bring in my little bag of Ghirardelli squares. Now, I'll tell you that I am finicky when I do things like this, so I have made sure that when the bag will come out of, this is going to rest inside of this bag. And when the bag comes out, I have made sure that the Ghirardelli name will be up on both sides. So the middle ones, I didn't pay attention to the orientation of those, but I did pay attention to the orientation of those. So it, you know, when you're doing things like this, those are little things to think about that sometimes can make a difference. I have some red polka dot grosgrain ribbon from Stampin' Up! Here, and I'm going to cut a generous piece because I'm going to try to do a bow instead of a knot this time. And this may be even like way too generous, but at least I won't be short. Okay, so there's my bow, and you can see I have some really super long ends here, and that's okay. I'm just going to trim those off. Sometimes I give like the little scraps to my daughter, so she'll be happy. She's got quite a bit of scrap here. So, then I'm going to leave them kind of long because I think I want them to drape over the top of the bag. So I'll just kind of do that. And okay, so here's my finished product. I've got some cute ribbons, some sparkle, and just a really cute little teacher gift for the holidays with the Ghirardelli squares inside. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.